assessors commented that within PAK'nSAVE Kapiti, there was a strong focus on people, team and culture, and that was more than you might just normally found around aligning them to organisational goals. It was also about valuing, encouraging and assisting in their development. I mean, obviously this is important to you, but is it a part of your strategy, and why?
Yeah, definitely part of our strategy. So, you know, to take you back 13 years ago when Peter and I bought the business, we found a business that had an incredibly high staff turnover in the industry, that is a high staff turnover industry anyway. So we found our leadership team was spending an inordinate amount of time recruiting, training, disciplining, dismissing. So it was just a cycle that we had to get off. And we decided that we'd put in pre-employment drug testing, which went down like a bucket of cold sick, I can tell you. But what that meant was that it was just like turning off a dirty tap and turning on a clean tap, because straight away your pool became a lot cleaner. And that was one of the best things we did. The next thing we recognised was that in 2007 we saw a bit of a sign in the future that we were going to see some tough financial times coming, so we decided that we needed to do something about productivity. And when you're serious about doing something about productivity, you're prepared to spend the money. So we went out and spent $350,000 on a consultant who installed a very, very efficient and effective productivity system in our business. And that meant that the team then had something to be measured against. And once you've got a measure and you've got quality team, you can then start providing them with realistic feedback against those benchmarks and measures. So the next step was to provide as much feedback as we could, and we give every single team member in our business 4 performance reviews a year, which is kind of unique in the supermarket. Everybody looks at it and goes, "How do you do that?" And it's really not that hard, but it's critical, because once the team know what the benchmark is, once they know what the values and goals are of the business, and we're talking to them about that all the time, and you've got quality team coming in at the right level, you're then starting to, I suppose you're starting to perform as a high performing team. And we put one other goal in place, and that was to ensure that 90% of our leadership positions were filled internally. So when you have that sort of goal and you put that out there and you tell your team that's what we're going to do, you then sit back and go, Jesus, how am I going to do that? So you develop and you train and you develop and you train and you identify what opportunities you've got. You have strong succession planning, and you just drive relentlessly to achieve it. The net result is that our team turnover is now the lowest in the industry, full stop. And I believe we have the most engaged team I've ever come across in my 40 years in the industry. So we're very, very proud of them, and they're very proud of their business, and they are very passionate about the business.